Alright guys, Slow Train Coastings coming to you again with another review. This is going to be a head-to-head battle with Sauvage Edt and Sauvage EDP. Who will win? Let's find out. Now first off, Sauvage Edt. Sauvage EDP. Now, first of all, these two scents are going to start off quite similar to each other. The main difference is Sauvage EDP is going to be a little smoother, a little more rounder, a bit more opulent than the coldness that is Dior Sauvage Edt. With Dior Sauvage EDP, you're going to smell mandarin, you're going to smell the ambroxan, you're gonna smell a bit of nutmeg and lavender. The biggest difference between here is the lavender and Dior Sauvage EDP playing with that mandarin and that ambroxan. The EDT projects like a monster, man. When I used to wear it to work, it would last all day and it would just project like a beast, you know what I mean? Sauvage EDP, it's a little more toned down. It does last a little longer as EDP should, but it's almost a draw, really. The only difference really would be the EDT just projects more, but as more longevity, they're both the same. And Sauvage EDP's got notes of mandarin, bergamot, lavender, of course ambroxan, and some type of woods in the background, like cedar or sandalwood or something like that. I think it's got like, not licorice, but like star anise, I believe. Now, Sauvage EDP is a little more of like a fougere kind of, where EDT is a little more freshy, more citrusy, more lively. This one, Sauvage EDP, is a little more creamier. It's creamier, just like Luna Rosa Carbon. Prada Luna Rosa Carbon really gets compared to Dior Sauvage, and it goes more with the EDP than the EDT, in my opinion. Now, which one will be the more better scent? It comes down to opinion. If you never bought Sauvage before in your life, I would go with the EDT. Now, if you're looking into buying the EDP, just know that it's gonna be a little sweeter, a little more denser, and that's about it. And that barbershoppy fougere quality is gonna be more pronounced in the EDP as opposed to the EDT. Yeah, really, this stuff, Sauvage EDT and EDP, it pulls compliments easy. At work, when I wore Sauvage EDP, this girl was following me on my back, just trying to get a whiff. She asked what I was wearing, and of course I obliged her with, I'm wearing Sauvage EDP. Like I said, in the weather, I think Sauvage EDP would be better for colder kind of weather, as opposed to EDT. Don't get me wrong, they're both year-round kind of fragrances, but I think EDP is a little better suited for the coldness, as opposed to EDT. You can wear it summer, you can wear it winter, whenever. It's just a little, EDP is just a little more suited for colder, in my opinion. Now, if you're not a big fan of that kind of fougere, kind of barber shoppy thing, and you're deciding whether to buy EDT or EDP or the parfum version, I haven't smelled the parfum version yet, but if I were you, I would go with the EDT because, like I said, it's gonna be a little more fresher, a little more citrusier, and it's gonna be a little more compliment pulling. The EDP is more like a collector's type of thing. Now, what I noticed with wearing Sauvage EDP, it really does play around on the skin a lot. Really dances around, meaning the bergamot and the mandarin are really gonna pop out, and through the mid stage of its life, the lavender is gonna push out, and of course the ambroxan is ever present. The ambroxan really wants to scream out and say, "Look, I'm here, I'm here," like the EDT does. It just starts screaming like, "Hey, hey, hey!" It starts screaming at everybody. It announces to you. EDP is a little more subtler. The ambroxan wants to scream, but that lavender really pushes it down. Later on, when the lavender stage kind of cools off, that's when the ambroxan really starts amping up. And now the EDT is just ever announcing its presence. It wants to be known. It's shouting at every which way, and it demands attention, really. Sauvage EDP is a little more controlled, a little more subdued. Don't get me wrong, it still projects, but not as much as the EDT. So I guess the EDT would be a little more for social gatherings outside or something. If you're gonna wear this on a date, I will go with Sauvage EDP for the date. A little more subtler, a little more creamier, and it's not gonna be like a total loud, a total loud party boy like the EDT would be. The EDT would be out for the single guy going out, and of course the EDP will be for the guy that has a girl. So let me know what you guys think of this. Which one's your favorite? Leave a comment down. Subscribe. Let me know which one is your favorite, the EDT, the EDP, or the parfum version. And slow tranquil scents. Let's rise to the top. Party people out.